Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So I've been thinking on and off for a while on how to solve the problem of the AUR. Now, if you've ever been on Arch Linux, you will need the AUR for a few certain applications, and then that's it. It's gone, right? You don't really use it. You update your applications here and again using the AUR, and that's it. But what if the easiest solution to solving the AUR was for the developers of Arch Linux to allow for a GitHub repo on adding applications officially to Arch Linux to make the AUR pointless? Think about that. They'd be solving a major problem. There will never be another malware issue as long as Arch lives. And it also solves the issue of Arch doesn't have what I need, and I don't want to have to use the AUR. So it ends up bringing in more users in the long run. Because when you have, let's say, let's call it a community repo. Yeah. So we have the extra repo, we have the multi-live repo, we have the core repo. What if this thing instead is just called the community repo? And what it is users go into GitHub, kind of like with the Terra repo, and they automatically submit the want for a package. They tell what the package is used for, why it would be a good addition to the Arch Linux community repo, and then a developer would look at it, go over whether it's useful or not, like in the current Terra repo, and then they would just build a PKG build for it. But it's a respected developer. It's not that's not a random developer on the internet. It's someone that is qualified to keep updating this, because that way, then there's no need for third-party repositories. Think about it. It solves the entire problem. And because Nix packaging is not going to solve the problem. No, adding another repo like, let's say, the chaotic AUR is not going to solve the problem, even though they technically are already the community repo. CachyOS's repo is not going to solve the problem because eventually it's going to cost too much to maintain. And I think Arch has a little better way of handling all of this. They already handle a ridiculous number of packages. Plus, packages really aren't updated that much, considering that it will only allow stable branches of these packages. So that solves another issue. And especially supporting DKMS modules that support fan control on motherboards like ASUS and ASRock, Lenovo, and others would be really important. And if the developer is not able to update the package, what happens is it's been given a label. This package cannot be updated due to, and then you'll know if there's an issue, and you have to wait for that developer who actually maintains the package behind the scenes, I don't mean the PKG build, to go and to update that. I think that's pretty fair. And there's a lot of people that know how to maintain and deal with PKG builds really easily, so it wouldn't be that difficult. Now, I know the people are going to try to argue with this, but unfortunately the logic is technically sound, that this would definitely work a lot better than people would let on. And in the long run, it would be fantastic. A community repo would be brilliant. If a package dies, it gets removed immediately, just like that. And then Arch Linux would do what they normally would do. They would post on their site being like, this package is decrepit, is no longer being maintained, and we're not going to be maintaining it. It is now out of the community repo. It's done, it's gone, it vanishes. Just like that. Bye-bye. Woo! I don't know why I just did that. I felt that it was necessary, you know? And I think this is a good incentive for Arch Linux to clear out their current repos of things that are no longer maintained, but yet still exist in the repo. Make room for packages that are actually maintained. Now, would this include a lot of work? Sure, but it would be, again, a community effort. It's not just something you throw together in a day. It's something that you build over a couple of months. And again, putting together a PKG is this. You look at the GitHub, you find the dependencies, it needs the most to even run. You put together the PKG builds, and all it requires, essentially, unless it's a major, massive update, is just, well, it kind of takes care of itself. Because when you really think about it, most projects these days have what's called a stable repo, to where, you know, you have your main, you have your developer. For me, I've started using stable. So when I've gotten something to the point where it's stable, it's fast and efficient, I'll push all my work into there, and I'll continue developing the main until I'm ready to push into the stable, until I know for sure that it actually is stable and I've crushed all the bugs. And most people are doing that. Most people have releases now. So they release different versions, like version 4, version 4.1, version 4.2. So updating the PKG build would be as simple as just swapping out a few numbers, as the repo wouldn't really change that much. And advanced PKG builds already exist for doing this, where they automatically figure out, oh, well, that package changed. It now has version 5, so we're going to just swap over to that automatically, and we're just going to continue. PKG builds are not that hard to maintain, which is another thing. So one single developer could run through and update 1,000 packages within an hour, and it really essentially wouldn't be that hard to do. So a community repo would honestly be a better, safer idea, because it's directly coming from someone you trust, a main developer. It's being handled and looked at through GitHub by multiple sets of eyes. And if someone tried to screw around to get their application at it, someone's going to go through the code and realize, nah, that's sketchy. We're not doing that. No, 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 you don't get your nipples twisted. No. Bye-bye. Simple as that. Because right now, I think the AUR is unfortunately just not a good option anymore. I think if you're on Arch, you should switch it out with the chaotic AUR or the CachyOS repos and go from there. This idea, I've been thinking about it since the AUR first got breached. It popped into my head for a second, and it's like, well, maybe, but then I would have to figure out all the logistics to it. And I thought to myself, no, they could do this. It would be very easy for them to do this. Other projects handle it as well. And over time, certain people that open up pull requests to try to help update packages could be passed on as proper support for package updating. Like in the Terra repo, where you can become a developer and maintain packages of your own. In the end, it would be fantastic. It would make Arch Linux much safer, and you would have no need to add another repository. This is it. It's built into Arch Linux. It would also make your Arch install much more robust, because then you could basically go and click community packages in Arch install if they ever decided to add it. Go in and select every single package that you want to have. And in the end, you're left with your actual full installation of your system ready to go. How about in the comments, we go over ways that we can improve this idea? How we're going to get it across to the developers is another question, because again, they want Arch Linux to be bare bones as possible. So like the multi-lib repository, another idea is that the user during the installation would have to enable it. There you go. That's another thing. That's another safety measure. You yourself are taking it into your own hands to enable this repository. Just like that. I think it would be a fantastic idea. Let me know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And I don't know, if you have ways to improve this idea, to replace the AUR entirely and how unsafe it is, let me know, because this is, as I see it, one of the only ways forward. I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever go back to Arch, actually. It's kind of confusing. It's like I have no need anymore. Weird. And you think? I use PicoOS, by the way.